Hey, what's up, bots? It's the Brat Gamer 13, and we are here with yet another versus battle. And today, guys, I got something spectacular for you. We got Yo Son Goku, kid version. Let's keep that in mind. Versus the the captain of the seven deadly sins, Meliodas. Today we have one of, I'm going to say one of the best fights of 2017. I know it's a little bit late, but it's the best fight that I've come up with so far. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get straight. Alright, we have Kid Son Goku here, and we are going to be splitting this fight into three different categories. We're going to split it into speed, strength, and their fighting intelligence. Now, Son Goku is all we know is a very strong fighter. Now, we're not just talking about any random Goku. We're talking about end of the series, Goku versus King Piccolo. That Goku, that Kid Goku, and we're going to have him face off against the one and only, the captain, the seven deadly sins leader, Meliodas. Now, to really get a good understanding of training, let's just start off with Goku's strength. As you all know, by the end of the series of Dragon Ball, we end off with a Teen Goku. But for where we're scaling the Goku now, which would be Kid Goku, we're talking about when he fought King Piccolo. Now, he did beat King Piccolo, and to scale Goku to like a proper strength scale, I want to say we're going to have to compare him to what King Piccolo did. Now, if you know nothing of King Piccolo was very strong. He was a formidable enemy, alright? King Piccolo, respectively, was a very strong villain, and I want to just scale him via feats. So his strongest feat that we have seen King Piccolo to have done is to destroy a city. Now, you could say he is large city level. So if you think of his scale and power, we're just going to say he's large city level. Now, large city level is pretty much saying that he can just destroy an entire city effortlessly, alright? That, and Son Goku was able to defeat King Piccolo, so you could say he is large city level strength. Now, talking about speed, the training in particular, I want to specifically go back to the time when Goku was training under Kami. Now, when he was training under Kami, he had to pretty much train with Popo. Now, Popo told him pretty much, you're not strong enough to fight Kami, and the only way you can fight Kami is you do this special training. Now, we've seen these characters do some crazy things, but if we keep it pretty much usable in the fight so everybody can understand, we're going to say he is a lightning tagger, or he is lightning level speeds at this moment. He could be possibly stronger. I mean, not stronger, sorry. He could be possibly not a bit faster, but he could be faster than lightning. But for what we want right now, we're just going to say he's lightning level, because he's been from this point before. The only fastest thing we've seen him do is tagging lightning as a feat. And when it comes to battle intelligence, I think we all know Son Goku is pretty smart when it comes to hand-to-hand combat and blast and stuff or whatever. But he does not know how to fly at this moment, so that is something to keep in mind. And also, we will be including weapons, so the power pole will be usable, and the Nimbus Cloud will also be in effect in this battle, so keep that in mind. Now, moving on from Son Goku, we're going to have to switch up this little scenery. So if you want to get a good scale of Meliodas' strength, I don't know why I'm saying Meliodas or whatever. If I'm pronouncing his name wrong, I'm sorry for all you try hard weeaboos over here fanboying over his name, but I'm just gonna call him Meliodas, alright? So Meliodas in strength, he does not really show a lot of strength feats, or he pretty much doesn't really say to go all out all the time. So to pretty much scale him, once again, we're going to have to scale him off a character that he has defeated, or has been pretty much scaled to be formidable to. Now Hendrickson, I really don't want to say that Meliodas beat him because technically, he really didn't because he was still alive by the end of the day. But Hendrickson, once again, is a large city level. He pretty much blew up the kingdom in one go, and his Meliodas' greatest feat in the anime series. We're not basing him off the manga. We're not basing either of these characters off the manga. Straight off the anime series, they showed one moment where it was pretty much Meliodas's like a showing of his like something close to his full power, and there was just a pretty much a big old crater that was seemingly the whole village or the whole kingdom, and the whole village or say kingdom in retrospect, if you know anything about scaling when it comes to villages and kingdoms back in the medieval times, they were not very big in comparison to the cities that we have in modern times, such as now. So you could, just to be like nice, we're just going to say he's medium, let's just say large city level, so they're pretty much both at the same strength. Now when it comes to speed, we're at a little bit of a problem here. We're gonna say Son Goku is at a problem because the speed difference here is close but not far off at all. When it comes to Meliodas' speed, he has been seen to fight lightning like timers, but he is faster and is stronger than said lightning timers. So you could say, when it's comparison to Son Goku, he is way faster and way stronger than any lightning timer. So when it comes to feats, Meliodas kind of got Son Goku beat just from feats alone, like just by what we know from the anime. And I don't really have guides or anything like that, or have like crazy legit sources, so I'm pretty much basing it off what I'm being able to see in the animes. Meliodas is stronger than faster than lightning, and can be increasingly stronger. Now, the same thing with when I said weapons will be usable for Son Goku, the same thing will apply to Meliodas. He will be able to use all of his abilities, such as the full counter, the Hellblazer, and his not end of series sword. Not the current, key thing that he had, but his end of series sword, and he will be able to use his curse mark, I'm just going to say because I don't really remember, or his demon powers. Now when it comes to the final countdown of what we have to say who would win, I want to split it up into two categories. We're going to have just pretty much who would win in just a regular brawl, nothing to kill people over or a fight to the death, pretty much just who is the best fighter. And then I want to go to saying like a full bloodthirsty fight, who would win in a full out powerhouse, battle. Now, it's really hard to say this because all the fans of this character are gonna get really upset on my decision making, but pretty much what I've been able to see here, and just basing it off the anime and all of that, I rewatched all the fights and I rewatched everything and pretty much relearned the characters as they were, and I was currently watching all of the Seven Deadly Sins, so I know a lot about Meliodas as a character for the most part. But I'm going to have to give it in both cases to Meliodas. Meliodas, with little difficulty, especially in Bloodthirst, when he's bloodthirsty, little difficulty will be able to defeat Son Goku. Now we're talking about Kid Goku. Remember this. Now, if you disagree, I will explain why now. When we're talking about, let's just start off with Bloodthirsty, because Bloodthirsty is pretty much the landslide decision here. There's no even debate in this. If we're talking about Bloodthirsty, we're going straight Goku, pretty much how he was feeling when he wanted to go to kill King Piccolo, pretty much, right? So if they're going all out from the beginning, Meliodas is going to go in his demon form, and not only was in his base form alone, he's strong, faster than lightning. When he goes into his demon mode, I'm pretty sure he's expansively stronger and much faster than he was then. So if you put them against each other, even if Son Goku went to the Ozaru state, it would still be a pretty big landslide because they're pretty much both on the same strength levels, but the speed difference here is up pretty big. And full counter, now what I did see in the series is revenge counter. Revenge counter is one thing that Goku would not be able to like pretty much counteract in the series or fight back to, because it would be so instantaneous. He'd have no time to react to the move or try to get out of the way, because most of Goku's attacks are like up front, like straight, like if he threw the Kamehameha and Meliodas did the revenge counter or just the full counter in general. No, if it was full counter, Goku could probably tank his own Kamehameha. I'm pretty sure at that. But revenge counter, he's not surviving that Kamehameha. That's now, if when we're talking about pretty much who's the best fighter, this is more. It's not I wouldn't say landslide, but it's more debatable on who you want to say who would win. When it comes to fighting experience, I should matter of fact, I don't think Meliodas would win. If you take it at face value, Son Goku is a martial artist. He is one of the greatest he is the greatest, martial artist in his series, in his respected series. Meliodas is the greatest pretty much knight in his series for all of season 1 pretty much. But knights and martial artists fight two different ways. If somebody's coming at a sword from Son Goku, he can fight a certain way that Meliodas hasn't seen, and so forth, cannot, counteract. But Meliodas does have large durabilities. Like, he is very durable, and if it's going to the edge of what he can take, he could just pull out the demon mode or whatever, and that could also, just be the end of the fight. But Son Goku, I feel as if he has the time to just pretty much because when Goku fights you, he doesn't go in there like bloodthirsty for the first time. He wants to figure out who you are as a fighter. So at the beginning of the fight, Goku would instantly figure out, after throwing a couple punches, that this fighter is, I wouldn't say he would figure out that he's a knight, but he's not a martial artist. He knows how to fight, but he's more of a brawler than a martial artist. But this brawler is different from any brawler that he's fought before. His punches hold more of an impact than any other fighter he's fought before. So you could say Son Goku would or would not win, but I'm going to leave that one debatable. But it's a definite landslide, no questions, no debate at all about bloodthirsty mode. Meliodas absolutely destroys Son Goku, no questions asked. That's just how it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. I like switching things up. I put a couple of clips. If you guys enjoyed that, go ahead and comment down below. Tell me what you guys liked and all that goodness. And I will see you guys in the next video, which will be next week sometime. I'm going to probably pick specific days for my videos next week, since I'm posting weekly now. I want to say either Wednesdays or Thursdays. Just watch out for my channel. If you're already have the bell notification, you shouldn't have to worry. You'll just know instantaneously when I'm posting. But look out Wednesdays and Thursdays. That's most likely when I'll be posting. Probably specifically on Wednesdays. Or, yeah, no, Thursdays. Thursdays most likely. Pretty much. Alright. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I enjoyed making it for you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Log out, bots.